morning, everybody. Multiplicity. Has anyone ever heard of it? Well, it was a movie from back in the day with Michael Keaton. And it was a kind of a funny take on a guy who just can't seem to get enough done throughout his day, so he had the bright idea of duplicating himself. Well, unfortunately, the duplications of himself weren't quite what he had hoped for, and it goes through a funny portrayal. But the fact remains the same. As real estate agents, we really need to be mindful of what we can send off and refer off to other people, or delegate to other people, better said. So, the biggest investment I ever made, or I should say the best investment I ever made, was getting additional support in the form of an admin, right? So once I got to the point where I understood, okay, these are the most important activities in my business, what can I delegate off? It made such an impact, and I'll explain why, right? The biggest three things in your business for the highest producing activities are prospecting, presenting, and following up. You need to be doing those as much as possible. If you can be doing those three activities 50% or more of your day, you are going to be highly productive. How do we figure out how much money you're going to make this year, right? It's pretty simple. If you, let's say, are able to generate $150 an hour work, right? Let's say your goal, let's go backwards. Your goal is $300,000 for the year. Now, let's just say a 40-hour week, which realtors, we don't know what that is. But let's say you work a 40-hour week for 50 weeks of the year. You take 2 weeks vacation. That means that you need to be doing $150 an hour work, because there are 2,000 work hours in a year. 150 times 2,000 equals 300,000. Let's say that's your goal. So the question is, as you move through your day, are you doing $150 a day or every hour of every day? If you're not, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you to reach your financial goals. So how do we improve upon that? What I would recommend is you dissect your business. You sit down and create a drawing. What I did is I created a flow chart, and I wrote down every single activity in my business, right? First I do this, then I do this, then I do this. And I sat back and I analyzed what I actually need to be doing, and what can be delegated off to another person. And what I realized is there's a whole lot more than you think can be delegated to somebody. Sometimes you need to create a set of patterns and procedures, or a standard operating procedure. Step one, if you're doing comps, let's say you're going to have your admin pull comps for you. Step one, do this. Step two, do this. Step three, do this. And after a while, you'll notice if you can create an instruction sheet, you can delegate certain things off to other people so that you can be doing the three most important things. Again, prospecting, presenting, and following up. So the question is, the highest producing brokers are the ones that only do, or 80 or 90% of their time is spent doing the highest money producing activities. So my challenge to you would be, think about it. Think what you can delegate off to someone else. And if you say you can't afford an admin yet, I can understand that, but I'm going to challenge you and say you can't afford not to hire one. Don't look at it like, oh no, where am I going to get, $20,000 for an admin for this year? Look at it like, maybe I can find someone that can help me 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. Something small. Start small. And you can do an experiment where, let's say you only do it for a 3 or 6 month period. So your maximum outlay is not going to be $20,000 for the year. It might be $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000. I guarantee you will pick up more business in the time that you were able to delegate off to other people, the time you got back from delegating a portion of your business off, okay? So try it. In the next 30 days, consider writing down everything in your business, write down everything that you can delegate off to someone, and then go look. Maybe it's Upwork. Maybe it's Fiverr. Those are two places where you can find people that are willing to do admin work. Maybe they work in another part of the world and that sort of thing. There are a lot of alternatives where you can get an admin for $5 an hour, $6 an hour. I would recommend you looking into those, because the second you start freeing yourself up from the tasks that are repetitive, that you don't need to be doing, that's the second your income just completely takes off. If you're interested in concepts like this and commercial real estate coaching, feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. If you like the content you saw today, be sure to subscribe down below to my YouTube channel. I post videos like this weekly. I'll see you soon.